I'm Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe on the go.
So, Jen, how are you this week?
It was a good week. We got a lot done.
We missed our regular weekly chit-chat, our fireside chats that we've been doing.
Calling them?
I don't know. It's something. We're sitting by the fire having a little conversation. Fireside
Except
chat.
we're not by the fire.
We can pretend.
Okay.
Set the house on fire. It would be a whole house on fire.
That wouldn't be a good
It wouldn't be a fireside chat. We'd be in the middle of a fire chat. But when we be chatting, we'd be running around kind of probably screaming. I don't know. Anyway, so we missed last week. What did we put up last Sunday?
It was a different vlog.
Yeah, I think it was your outfit vlog.
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah,
we've been putting up a lot of vlogs.
Yeah, well, couple things we need to catch up on. How's everyone out there? You guys doing okay?
That's
Just
nice
wondering.
of you.
Well, I care. I do. I really do. I do.
I know.
So how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Okay, so we want to start off with our little chit chat. We finally had the mudroom ceiling painted from the washing machine flooding damage.
Yes. So basically we're doing updates. The update of our life. Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure I'm on the same page.
Yes.
Yes.
So we can show you how that was repaired at the end of this video.
Sure, why not?
Number 2, the basement is going to start on April 5th. They're going to start bringing in all the materials. Actually, they've already started, but a bulk of it will be coming April 5th and April 6th. The start of the basement will begin. For those of you who don't know, we are refinishing our basement because our oldest son, Matt, his wife, and their baby to come, baby to be,
yes,
baby Riley, are moving in with us after she's born.
Yes. So
we're finishing our basement.
Yes.
So that's officially starting. And for those of you who might be interested, we are going to take you on that journey so you can see step by step the process of a big construction project in your house. So you will get to go through the highs and the lows with us because I'm sure there will be a lot of both.
Oh, yes. I'll be working a lot just to stay out of the house.
The hardest thing is going to be that 3 of us work from home. And there's going to be a lot of noise, and I do a lot of phone work, so it's going to be kind of tricky, but it's only for about 2 to 3 months, so
yeah.
With a couple weeks off in between for other things that we have already planned.
So well, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an inconvenience, but at the end, it'll be worth it, like everything in life, right? If you're not struggling or you're not working for it, you're not going to appreciate it.
And family always comes first.
Yeah, so just be grateful I'm not doing it myself. Because no joke, I had a patient today and...
that would take you 10 years.
Well, so I had a patient today and he came in and he had this big gash in his head and they had to staple it because it was that much of a gash. It was like staple, right? Not stitches. And so we were, doing his exam and it's like, so what happened? Well, I got dizzy and fell. Well, I was on a ladder. Well, what were you doing? Well, I was finishing our basement. Guy's 70 years old. And I'm like, oh. I said, well, now would probably not be the right time for me to ask you to come over and finish our basement, would it?
Probably not.
And he said, no, I still have to finish mine. I'm like, yeesh, gads, okay.
No, it's better to pay someone to do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess...
Even though it's going to be an exorbitant amount of money.
Well, but even just the supplies alone, you know?
I know, because everything's gotten so much more expensive.
Yeah, everything. And when they say inflation, yeah, you see it all around. And trying to get some supplies for doing this.
It's warm in here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Is that a... Can I cut that part out? No. I can't because you talked right over me, so there's no good cut point. So I guess everyone knows it's warm in here.
Oh, it is. Well, it was really, we were running errands and we went out to dinner. It was really cold and windy outside. And
very windy.
Just being inside with the heat on is kind of warm.
Yeah, well, okay.
Okay,
well,
anyway, didn't mean to interrupt.
So, basement, it's coming along. We're at this point, we cleaned everything out.
We binged and we purged.
Oh, yeah, we still have a big pile that's going to Goodwill. Another pile that is going to the garbage, unfortunately.
We should be able to get all the garbage pile out this weekend.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
There's not too much more.
Yeah.
And then we just have to label some of our boxes that are going to be in the storage side of the basement so that we know what they are.
What's what and what's where.
Yeah.
Some boxes are labeled, but we just need to do a better job so we know.
So at least that part's almost done.
Yes. Jack has got the zoomies.
Is he running?
Yeah, he flew right by. Yeah. My cat's hysterical.
All right, the other thing we got to do this week, well, we didn't do it, but our wonderful TA Ariane did. She made all of our dining reservations for our May trip.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that.
That's one of us.
We got...
No, I'm excited too.
What?
What? Go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, we will talk more about that when we do our pre-trip report about a week or a few days or whatever before we go, because that's going to be a long trip.
Stay tuned for that.
That's going to be we're going to be in Florida for 2 weeks.
Let's put it this way. The pre-trip report is probably going to be longer than the actual trip.
It's going to be long. But we have a ton of dining reservations. Not as many as I usually make. We usually do 2 to sometimes 3 a day, but now it's 1 to 2 a day.
We don't have that many reservations
We
in
do.
a day.
Sometimes if we do a breakfast or lunch and dinner, sometimes we do.
I don't know.
I make all the reservations. Well, I'm in charge of that, so I know.
Okay. Well.
So, and going along with that, I decided since we'll be staying at Port Orleans French Quarter for part of the trip. This trip is going to be a split stay. I decided that we should do a carriage ride because we haven't done one in a few years. I think the last time we did one was right before COVID closing. It's been at least 2 years.
Yeah, I think we did that year. So
We
it was a little over 2 years ago. We've done it a few times. We've taken the girls and we've taken Gia.
And we've done it by ourselves.
And we've done it by ourselves. We've gone several times.
So the bad thing about that was, so I don't understand why Disney, and maybe somebody can answer that for me. I don't understand
I can answer
why they do not have, it just seems like there are not enough
See this?
people answering the phones.
You know what this means?
Well, we don't need to talk about Chapek right now.
Chapek? Yeah,
Oh.
it's a money thing. They don't hire enough people because they don't want to pay them.
Well, anyway, so I don't understand why if you can book your dining reservations online and you can book firework dessert packages online, why can't you book a carriage ride or golf, or you can book I think you can book the Caring for Giants tour online, but you can't book Savor the Savannah. So anyway, it just makes no sense to me why in 2022 you can't book everything online. And it's so frustrating to sit on hold for 3 to 4 hours for a 30-minute carriage ride.
Right.
It's so frustrating, and it's the part of Disney that just irks the hell out of me.
Right. And the solution is to just not give them the money.
Right.
Sorry, I keep on saying that. And I know I am a hypocrite, right? I keep saying that, but we keep going.
But there are things we won't do there.
Right, true,
and
I know.
we've stuck to our word.
Yes, but at the same time, I know. But at the same time, this is a frustration that customers shouldn't have.
No, they shouldn't. It should be flawless by this point. You've been able to do your dining online for years and years and years now. There's no reason why they can't have a list of the times and dates that the carriage rides are available. You click on it, you put in your credit card information, and it's done. It shows up in your MDE.
Right. I don't know.
So just tell me if there's something about Disney that irks you, because right now I'm so tired of being on the phone with them. And that's one reason that I have a TA now. I used to book all of our trips myself because it's not a difficult thing to do. I'm just tired of sitting on hold with them.
Right. And you would have
and I get so frustrated.
Right. And you would have to call and sit on hold because sometimes
hours
the
and
computers would crash.
That too.
Their IT stinks. The computer system stinks. You try to book something and it would take forever. And then you see Stitch eating the page, blah, 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 blah.
So maybe Chapek, instead of putting time and energy into the stupid Genie Plus, you should put time and energy into making life easier for your guests when they book things. Especially when you're booking a Disney vacation, it's become it's very expensive now. And
way more than before.
You're catered to more if you stay at a deluxe resort.
Which means spending more money.
Right. So I just don't understand why they need to make it more difficult. I know it's a whole supply and demand thing, and
again, it's just frustrating. A company is going to be driven based upon dollars, and if people keep giving them money, they're not going to be forced to change.
Right. And DFB just did a video on that, where it is that Chapek said is the whole supply and demand thing, and as long as people are going to pay for it, they're going to keep upping the price because people are going to keep paying for it. Like
exactly.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, I shouldn't complain, but I mean, that is a big pet peeve of mine to
Yeah,
just
but
sit on
that's-
hold for hours and hours and hours.
That's been an issue for you, for a lot of people, for years.
It started at COVID. It never used to be that difficult for me.
You had, because you started using ARIANE before.
Right, no, I did not. I started using her after COVID.
After COVID? Oh, yeah, that because
of the whole
right. Okay.
making the
But-
the park pass reservations.
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
got
so that made it
pissed
worse.
off.
Yeah. So that made it worse. But prior to that, it was still a problem.
No, it wasn't. It was, you never sat on hold prior to COVID for hours and hours and hours. I think the longest I ever waited was like 30 minutes. Because I used to book all of our trips.
All right. Okay.
It was never as bad as it is now, and it just seems like too, the more people I talk to, the people who are working the phones, because from what I understand, it's outsourced now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, it is outsourced, and a lot of these people don't know what they're doing.
They probably haven't had the proper training.
Well, and that's the other thing. We had heard that from a friend of ours who used to be a Disney travel. She used to book the reservations, and she worked for Disney, making all the travel arrangements on the phones. They used to do like a week-long intense training. It might have even been 2 weeks, and now it's like a day. And you're not even with people, it's over the phone.
All right, well, there you go.
So anyway, it's just crazy.
Well,
I didn't mean
all
to
right.
rant, but it's just something that really irks me because there's no reason that should happen in 2022 with such a big company like Disney.
Well, if it's, I thought it was happening prior
it just shows that
to
they
COVID.
I don't think they really value their guests. They value the money that the guest is getting.
And I guess that's the whole thing now, really. If it got worse because of COVID, that means that they let people go and they haven't brought them back. So, and we know that for sure.
Right.
We know that for a fact.
Yeah, we do.
They have not brought back all the people that they let go. All the furloughed people who left, whatever, they've not
And a
brought
lot of
all
people
of them
just
back.
don't want to work for them anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, I understand. I can understand why.
Yeah, now that we have
pull
a
back the
family
curtain.
member who works for Disney,
Yeah.
you're seeing a lot of things that you normally wouldn't see.
Yeah. So anyway, well.
So anyway,
all right,
again, I didn't mean to go on
moving
such a
on.
tangent, but
it is.
just
that's our
makes me
big Disney
so irritated.
news of the week. I mean, they've had a couple of other things going on over there, but that's our big thing for the week, I guess, when it comes to
yeah,
Disney.
I guess Victoria and Albert's is opening up.
Oh, I didn't know
back
that.
up. Yep, that's
Yeah.
opening back up. I'm trying to think if I heard anything else.
Well, one of the restaurants that just recently opened up, and a little bit of a spoiler, we did get a reservation for Flying Fish.
We did.
So very excited about that because that's open again.
We also
And-
had one for Jico, but I let it go.
Yeah, well, that's okay because there was a conflict that night. What was the other thing that we were?
No,
you
it's
switched
just
to?
I looked at the menu and I was just really struggling with what was on it. And
But what did you switch to?
Well,
Well,
I don't remember.
that's okay. But you got Flying Fish.
I did.
So that was one that I wanted.
Yeah.
So that
we haven't
and
we ate there prior. Was it? Yeah, it was
the
prior
January.
to COVID.
The January
yeah,
before. Yeah.
it's crazy.
So that was
a great meal.
yes,
and I've
it
heard
was.
great things since reopening.
Yeah.
Very
so have I.
excited to
Yep.
get there.
Yep. Me too.
You know, that is
Yeah.
the one thing. Disney has really good food.
Yes.
I mean, we've had a few bad meals here and there, but for the most part, the food
most
at
part.
Disney is delicious.
Yeah.
Overpriced, but delicious.
Well, yeah, everything is overpriced at Disney, and now everything everywhere is getting more expensive. But Disney. At least the one constant there is that you will get a good meal wherever it is that you're going. Majority of the time, you're going to get a good meal. We found that it was better than Universal for the food.
Oh,
Yeah.
Universal.
Yeah. So we did a comparison with that.
Yeah,
so.
and if you want to see that video, Joe will link that in the description below.
I guess. Okay. So anyway, more work. Thanks, dear. Love you. All right. So what was next on the list?
The next thing is Joe and I have
Yes.
branched out to another
Yes.
multimedia platform, another
Yes,
platform,
another
social media,
or
platform.
multimedia. Yes.
Still trying to learn all the lingo. Old.
Yeah, we're very old. It's just groovy, baby. Just groovy.
We're not that old.
I am pretty old.
Although Groovy came out, was that the 60s?
Yeah, it's okay. No, I'm not that old, but old enough. Okay, so anyway,
So you know, we are on YouTube
right.
and Twitter and Instagram and newly to TikTok.
Yeah, well, that's all
Newly to
you.
TikTok.
All that stuff is you. I do the editing and YouTube, but all the rest of Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, that's all you.
But we've also just branched out to NewsBreak.
NewsBreak. Holy
NewsBreak
cow.
is a fantastic platform.
I think I'm liking NewsBreak.
We are just basically, you can write for NewsBreak, you can write news articles, or you can put videos out there. And
Yes.
it's an app for your phone. It's not on the computer.
No,
Right?
you can get it on the
Oh,
computer
you
too.
can?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a website, but they have an app for your phone.
Yeah, it's an app for your phone. And we're just basically transferring what we put on YouTube onto NewsBreak. And
Yes.
if some people don't want to watch the YouTube, this is just another outlet for them to find other stories and information on things. And
Yeah.
it's just a very supportive platform.
Yes, very much so.
Been very happy with it.
So the site itself basically it's a news site, and they have national news, they have entertainment, they have
Local
sports.
news.
But the big thing is that yes, they want local stuff, and that's where they have local content creators come in to provide content on things that are close to where they are or where they live. Pretty much they want to have stuff like you would see in a newspaper that you would get, a weekly paper
Yeah.
that you would open up, the Ledger, the Sentinel, whatever it's called in your town, that you would open up and say, oh, this is what we have. We have a farmer's market this weekend. Oh, what are they going to have at the farmer's market? Who's going to be there? Well, they have different articles that you could write about certain things that are happening locally, or videos. So we go out to eat a lot. So, okay, well, let's start doing some video restaurant reviews. Places
Trying to
close to home.
support all the local small restaurants
Yeah.
that really struggled during COVID because the restaurant industry was hit so hard.
Right.
So we want to bring that to you guys.
Right. I want to bring the food to my belly first, and it's usually pretty good food where we go. And then, yeah, we can bring it to everybody else and let you know.
Yeah, and this is just another platform that we can express ourselves on, and it's been extremely successful so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just very happy with it. Joe will put all the links in there if you want to check us out there.
Yeah.
We're basically posting the same stuff that we do on YouTube.
There are a
with
couple
few
little
exceptions.
differences, yeah. But yeah, I'll have everything in the description below, so if you look, you'll see.
And if you want to support us there.
Yeah, I mean, which
It's
is
free,
fine.
doesn't
yeah.
cost
Oh yeah,
anything.
yeah, it's fine. And I mean, the news articles are good. They tailor stories based upon your location. So when we travel, the local stories pop up on my phone for where we are. And then again, like I said, they have national news, sports, entertainment, et cetera, et cetera. So it's actually really pretty cool. I like it. And
I like it a lot.
you have different news sources that are kind of channeled into this thing. So multiple different sources for trying to get the most accurate news information. So anyway, I've enjoyed it so far. So check out the description below. You'll see we'll have
All the affiliate links if you want to.
well, not affiliate,
They're-
kind of sort of
they're
affiliate
kind of
links.
affiliate links.
They're links that are linked to us, to our profile, to whatever. So if you want to download the app for your phone, that's there. If you want to become a contributor, there's going to be a link for that too. Because if you're doing videos or writing and you want to become a contributor, so you could actually provide content to NewsBreak, you can check out what they offer and it's kind of tricky with how the pay works because it is like
we haven't quite figured that out
yeah,
yet, but
it's based on impressions and views and I don't know,
it's
algorithms.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think so. Last night we just watched the movie Don't Look Up on Netflix. That came out. So it's Leo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, and that came out around Christmas time on Netflix. But we just finally got to it last night, and part of it was, there's this big asteroid coming to Earth, and it's going to hit the Earth, and it's going to, destroy all life on the planet. And so they're calculating all these math equations for how this thing was going and the trajectory and all. I'm like, yeah, figuring that out, I think would be easier than figuring out the algorithm and how YouTube and NewsBreak pays. I don't know. So,
But anyway, if you are a YouTuber and you put out videos, you might want to check out NewsBreak if you want to. If you use our link, we get $50 for that. And then after you publish a certain amount of videos, we would get another bonus
200.
for that.
Yeah.
Again, it's free to join. It doesn't cost anything.
right.
It's not like you're paying us $50.
Yeah.
It's totally free.
Yeah.
It's just if you want to branch out, we're gonna put it out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's a great platform.
Yes.
It's a newer platform. I think the writing part started last summer, and then last fall they started with the videos.
No, I think the writing was longer than that, but but the videos are more recent. Yeah. But anyway, yes. So if you're interested, check it out. If you want, just write a comment, and Jen will answer you because she takes care of that stuff.
Also,
but,
if you're
ask whatever questions you have.
Yes.
And we'll do what we can to
answer.
answer.
The other thing I wanted to say is if you are in the western suburbs of Chicago and there is a restaurant you would like us to review that you're interested in but haven't tried yet, leave us a comment below because we have a whole list of places that we are going to review and try.
You know what would be interesting?
What?
This might be an interesting video to do. You've heard it here first, kids. It just popped into my brain. This is the way Joe's brain works. When you're talking about local stuff, what started as a really, really small local place that blossomed and grew and is now in multiple different states, spreading all over the place because the owner sold.
Portillo's.
Right. So what if we went and actually showed the very first Portillo's location in Villa
idea.
Park? Because not everyone can do that.
No, and that was true story. Joe's dad it started as a little hot dog stand.
Yeah, like a cart.
In Villa Park, a little hot dog cart, and Joe's dad used to go there all the time. He used to ride his bike there.
Yeah, because we grew up in Villa Park. Well, when my dad and his family came over from Italy, they settled in Villa Park, and then my mom came over from Italy through Canada. But anyway, so I grew up in Villa Park, and I was literally, I don't know, like a mile from that Portillo's. And I would go all the time. There was the Villa Park Cinema was there. I worked at the video store, the Villa DuPage video store right next to the Villa Park Cinema. And right there in the parking lot was Portillo's. I'd go all the time. Yeah,
it's not the same now.
No, it's not the same. I can say honestly, my whole life I've been going.
Since Portillo sold, the quality of the ingredients has...
They basically went corporate. Dick sold it and they went corporate and
cheapened everything.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know better, you'd probably think it was great. But since we've been going there our whole lives.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
But it's still...
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So again, if there's anywhere in the western suburbs of Chicago or Chicago itself that you want us to try, leave us a comment. We will do our best to get there. We have a whole list that we've started so we don't forget the places that we want to review, places that we've been to, places that are our favorites, some new to us places that we haven't tried. So again, leave us a comment below and we'll do our best to get there and do a video on it.
So to go back, Don't Look Up, since we just watched that last night, we both thought it was pretty funny. If you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely a satire. It
definitely
pokes at all sorts of, just like typical satires do, just the parts of society that are, questionable and why people act the way they act and goofiness. But some of the best satires are really actually very funny. And this was up there. I thought it was actually really very, very good. And I thought Leo and Jennifer Lawrence were both really, really, really good.
Leonardo DiCaprio really reminded me a lot in the beginning of the movie of Michael Shannon.
At different points throughout,
just his mannerisms and some of the things he said.
Quirkiness. And,
because
he was playing this scientist, and he just had this quirky, certain kind of almost hyperventilating at times. So no, it was really very, very cool. And then the last thing I want to say before we have to go, because we're running out of space on the card, I knew that was going to happen. We finished Inventing Anna on Netflix as well.
Yes, we did.
If there is anything at all that Julia Garner is in, watch it. That's all I'm going to say.
She's amazing.
I just think she's just amazing. Probably the best thing going right now.
We also finished Pam and Tommy, Tommy and Pam.
Pam and Tommy.
And Tommy.
Pammy and Tom. It was fine. It was okay. That was what it was. I
felt bad for them at the end.
Yeah, Sebastian. I think all the actors did a good job. Sebastian Stan, Lily James, and
I really
Seth Rogen.
think he had Tommy Lee's mannerisms to a T.
Sebastian Stan was really pretty cool. So, all right, let's wrap it up.
All right. So anyway, thank you so much for watching.
Sorry,
thank you
we're
so
running
much
out of space. I need a new card.
Thank you so much for supporting us and watching our videos.
Yes.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe
on the go action.
Because we're gonna have restaurants to review, trips to plan,
we have 3
and
minutes.
Trips to go on.
You can slow down. We're good. We have 3 minutes.
You were the one rushing me.
I know, but we're good.
That's
we have 3
okay.
minutes.
We'll just say goodbye.
All right. Well, we appreciate it as always. It's not the
Plus, I'm so hot. I need to change.
It's not the bum rush. We're not trying to just toss you out, but yeah, it is a little warm in
So
here now.
stay tuned. We are going to show you the progress of the basement. We
Yes.
do have more dining reviews coming. We have another trip coming up in less than 7 weeks now.
Give or take, yeah.
It's 6 weeks and 5 days.
Yeah, but who's counting? All right,
am.
well, we will see you guys next time. Thank you as always. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Talk to you later. Bye.